Okay, we got a very diverse group, and some of these are just kind of people we just met here at the gas station. Got a old 636, got a 650F, my Triumph Street Triple R, a new 600RR, FCO7, FCO9, and a 650. I've never seen the Suzuki 650 in person. I don't know why, it's just something you don't see out there. We might not stick together, we're not really a integrated group. Parked a little close to that Honda. That's the same CBR 650F I test rode a while back. Can link to that video if anyone's interested. It's an interesting bike, I liked it. Good potential for a beginner's bike, but also a bike that's got enough power and fun to take you further and longer. Somebody leading? Ooh, that sounds good. Alright, guess I'll go in front. It's funny, they look so similar. One of them's a beast. And one of them's not that much less of a bike, but one less cylinder. Makes a big difference. I don't know if you can see that in the mirror. Nice little group of headlights back there. I don't know why I'm in front. I'm not the fastest bike in this group. That guy Bobby's fast. Rode with him before. We did this 10 bike ride up at ACH. He was in the fast group. Tried to chase him for a while. Couldn't do it. Cop right there giving some guy a ticket on the way down the hill. So, you just gotta be careful. They're out there. Gave him a little nod. So, something I'm going to be working on today is trying to stay to the outside of the corners instead of coming to the inside. Which means they're going to be more leaned over unless I lean off a little bit. So I just have to get used to that. That cop looked like he wanted to follow us up the hill. Like, yeah, this guy, he looks fast. And I guess I'll lead for a bit. Everyone'd rather I get the ticket. Probably need to get it separated at the passing zone up ahead here. Hey, that's nice of them. Yeah, here we go. I pulled one bike with me. Inside, but this is a long corner, so you're allowed to come meet the apex more than once. A little tall on your extension on your head. Yeah.
little chilly up here. Got a long sleeve shirt on, but it might not be enough. A lot of bicyclists out today. That's a big lefty. Hey, he gets leaned over. I'm not leaning over enough. That guy gave us a warning. Nowhere to go anyways. It's a little cloudy. It's Labor Day weekend. I guess a lot of people out there doing stuff. Maybe pull over and wait for the other guys. Back a little bit. I think there still might be a couple more further back there. And we did get a cop warning. Uh-oh. Shit. He got pulled over. The guy in front of our group. Oh. He pulled over. You didn't. What's your plan, a solid one? They're not gonna pull over for us, dude. Not anymore. Not again. Alright, whatever. Thank you. Yeah, we're all tapping helmets. The helmet net is fully active today. Thank you. We're both very high fidelity today. Very little packet loss. Cops are everywhere. I know they said something about upward enforcement. Yeah, we're all doing it. But I thought they were gonna do that in Santa Monica, not out here. Maybe because all these bicyclists are out and about. There's some event of some sort. They're being extra attentive. Appreciate those Porsches that gave me a second try. That's nice of them. Yeah, we're all tapping heads. We all got headaches. What are you trying to do? Make me get the ticket? You're good. What's he running the signal for? Don't know where we lost the 650. He might have pulled back for some of the other guys. Maybe he knew them better. Me, Alfred, and TJ were the main group I knew I was riding with today, and that's who we are right now. And unfortunately, way too much enforcement to have much in the way of fun today. Or at least not the proper kind of fun. But that's okay. It's still good to get out there and ride. Ooh, it is chilly. I think they said there might be snow in the upper elevations. I don't think we're going to be going high enough to see any of that. Ooh, look at this. Cloud right there. We're going to go right through it, I think. That'll be interesting. Yep, into the cloud. Ooh. Visibility is dropping drastically. Sheesh. Can't see anything out there. Got about 100 feet visibility, depending on how tight it is. Put your headlights on, idiots. Guess they can't tell how bad it was. Now we're good. Looks like we're going to another one. Yep. It's kind of neat. As long as they're safe about it. And the cars are safe about it. Some people need to learn to turn on their headlights when they run into something like this. Because, yeah, well, we all have our headlights on. No way to warn them. Can't really see them very well. And there's a car. It's kind of interesting. It's thick just over there, and then it's clear just up here. And kind of weird. Gotta be careful with these clouds. Oh man, it's getting cold.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's gonna get a ticket. A little cold, not too many people up here today. Signing off, see you in a bit.
So I apologize for the audio in the rest of this video. I apparently didn't plug the microphone back in. But yeah, we're heading down the hill now, and most of our riders made it to the top of the hill, but 3 of them managed to get a ticket. 2 of them for not having reflectors on the rear of their bike. So if you have a tail tidy, you should definitely look into something like those little screws they make. But anyways, we decided to head down the hill. And as you can see up ahead here, we very shortly after taking off got another warning from some riders that slow down. There's cops, and the other reason they may have been telling us to slow down was the clouds, which, as you can start to see, are much closer to us than they were on the way in. The clouds just kept getting thicker and lower in this part of the hill, and before long the whole mountain was surrounded. So the further we got, the more we could begin to see their effect and how little visibility we were about to have. So this is where it started to get pretty bad, and especially in this little tree-lined area up ahead here, it got really thick. And then, for the added fun, we managed to add another rider and his friend in his nice black and white car to our little ride down the hill, because those 2 cops just got right behind us and followed us all the way down. And it's not like we could go anywhere. We were keeping the speeds pretty low and just fighting through all this fog, all these clouds. And about 5 minutes later, we caught up to another group of riders who were also fighting their way down the hill, also going pretty slow. and every once in a while get these small little clear pockets, but yeah. It was a pretty tough ride. So another few minutes of this, and we finally found a way away from the clouds. We figured we'd take over Big T and drop our elevation as quick as possible as the best way to get away from these things. So we turned off, and we didn't get followed by our friends, which is nice. But as you can see, we didn't quite escape the clouds as quickly as we thought. They were really thick and significantly lower than we imagined them to be. And the further we get, the more visibility we manage to grab, until here we can see really well, because we finally got underneath the clouds. And then eventually we escaped them altogether as we came around a corner and finally found the blue sky. So that was kind of an interesting thing. But the other part of the ride I wanted to tell you about is afterwards, I remembered a friend of mine had told me about the Ducati dealer doing a suspension clinic today. So I worked my way over there, and even though it was appointment only, or at least you were supposed to have an appointment, I managed to grab a spot and pay the nominal fee so that Dave Moss Tuning, who was running the clinic, could set up my bike. So, you know, he got me on there and set the sag to the good numbers by setting the preload, and then he played with the rebound and compression to tighten everything up, and he sent me out for a 20-minute ride. And I'm really sorry I didn't record that, because my reactions during that ride were pretty good. And it was really fun and really well set up. So I need to do some more riding with that and tell you more about that. So I'll definitely make sure to include that in the next video. And you can see there's a lot of people here. There's often a lot of Ducatis all lined up on the side of the road there, but no, quite a few people here were here for the clinic and getting this. Like, he didn't care what kind of bike it was. It was great. And afterwards, he actually took you inside, and it was a little master class on how to set up sag and find the appropriate sag depending on what kind of bike you have and what kind of tuning you want. And it was really interesting. And he helps you kind of learn to do it for yourself and for others. So anyways, it was really cool, and a day that started kind of bad turned into a much better day for me. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll definitely see you soon and tell you more about what I've got on my bike.